Good morning, Ducklings Day Nursery children. Carol here again from Ducklings in Hoylake, Morton and West Derby. Well, this morning it's not going to be me reading your story. Oh, no, 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 no. It's going to be our mystery reader. Who is the mystery reader? It's not a woman. It's going to be a man. And this man wrote this book himself. So I hope you're impressed. Who's it going to be? Let me take the phone, the camera. The mystery reader is Neil.
Well, it sort of has to be because we're all in social isolation. But there you go. Hello, everyone. Right, I'm going to read a story called The Little Star and the Apple, which I wrote a few years ago for one of my cousin's little boy who was pretty poorly at the time, and his name is Jack. So I wrote the story, Neil Butler, that's me, I'm the author, created it. And that's my cousin's little boy Jack, who wasn't well at the time. So we went to visit him in America, and we went to his kindergarten, his nursery, where they showed us this activity which inspired this story. And I'll explain all that at the end. So the people of Minnesota, I've thanked them for the inspiration for this story. So let's start the story. The Little Star and the Apple. Once there was a little star. He got up early every night just after the sun had gone to bed. It was winter and the nights were long, so the little star had plenty of time to look down on all sorts of things. He looked down at the tall buildings with all the lights on. He looked down at the cars zipping along the roads. Not at the moment. He looked down at all the big people going in and out of all the cars and all the buildings. Best of all, he liked to look down on the apple orchard, where the trees waved their bare branches at him to shake off the snow. There's all the trees with all the snow on. One winter's night, there were two snowmen in the orchard. One was as big as the people in the cars and buildings, and one was only little, just like the little star. Why are there no little people? He asked the moon one night. Of course there are little people, said the moon. They are called children. At night time, they're all tucked up in bed. They soon come out to play when the sun comes up. The little star decided he would stay up all night the next night and not go to bed until after the sun came up so he could see the children come out to play. The next night was still a long winter's night, and the little star waited and waited above the apple orchard for the sun to come up. But the winter night was too long, and the little star was too tired and had to go to bed before the sun came up. Never mind, he thought. I'll try again tomorrow night. He tried long winter night after long winter night, but just couldn't stay awake long enough and fell fast asleep long before the sun came up. One night, the little star was looking down at the orchard and he could see blossom on the trees. Yippee, it's spring! The nights will be getting shorter. I'll definitely be able to stay awake now and see the children. But try as he might, the little star always fell asleep just before the sun came up and never saw the children play. A few weeks later, the little star noticed that the apple trees were full of lovely green leaves and little green apples were starting to grow where the blossom had been. It's summer, thought the little star. The nights are really short. I'll definitely be able to stay awake and see the children now. Sure enough, the next night was very short and the little star stayed wide awake. And then he heard the sun ready to wake up. This is it, he thought, as he waited for the day to start and the children to come out to play. Just as the sky was starting to brighten, the moon noticed that the little star was still awake. What do you think you're doing, little star? Get to bed. If the sun sees you still awake, he'll chase you and catch you and you'll be in big trouble. So the little star flew off to bed, but decided he'd try again soon when the moon wasn't watching. Weeks went by and little star was too scared to try again. Then one night he noticed that the apples on the trees were big and red and some of the green leaves had gone yellow and brown. It was autumn. The nights were going to get longer again. It's now or never, thought the little star, and he waited in a corner of the sky just above the apple orchard and hid from the moon. The sky began to brighten. The sun was coming up. The little star was very excited. The sun rose higher, the sky became a bright blue, and the little star could see all the colours in the apple orchard like he'd never seen them before. The apples were so red, the grass was so green, and the leaves on the trees were so many colours, some still green, some brown, some yellow, and some orange. Just then, the little star heard the happiest sound he had ever heard, the sound of children laughing. There they were, the little people, the children. They were running and jumping and skipping all the way through the orchard. "What are you doing, little star?" shouted the sun. "When I catch you, you'll be in big trouble." And the sun started to chase the little star across the sky. "Oh no," wailed the little star. "I better hide quick." And he zipped this way and that across the orchard looking for somewhere to hide. Just then, little star saw a lovely juicy apple and thought that would be just the place to hide. And because he's magic, he stepped inside it until the sun went to bed. So he popped inside the apple and waited. The sound of the children playing outside was so nice that the little star soon felt very sleepy. He fell fast asleep, not fast. He fell fast asleep right there inside the apple. And you know what? If you get an apple and get your mummies and daddies to cut it in half, not that way like we normally do, but this way round the middle, and you open it very carefully. Ask your mummies and daddies to cut it with a nice sharp knife so you don't have to use it. And you open it there inside. You might just see the little star hiding. Thank you. Have a lovely day, everyone. I'll pass you back to Carol now if you like.
Bye, everybody.